All right, guys, I wanted to go over 10 items that can possibly get you suspended on eBay. These are items they don't necessarily want you listing for various reasons, so I just wanted to make a list of them for you guys so you can maintain positive health on your accounts. Excuse me for my voice, I lost it yesterday. I was driving home from Vegas and I was practicing a Gary Vee impression the whole time. I was overdoing the raspiness, so I lost my voice after 2.5 hours of practicing my impression. First up are CPAP machines and medical devices in general. We'll hop into a few of those later, but CPAP machines, those machines that pump oxygen into your face so you can sleep at night. A lot of people have sleep apnea or snoring, so they use these. These must be given to you with a prescription from a doctor. We are not doctors, we just sell stuff online, so do not sell CPAP machines. Next up, we got P90X and Beachbody DVDs. These companies do not allow us to resell their items on eBay. You can see on eBay a ton of them are listed for hundreds of dollars, $80, $50, and some people do get away with actually selling them. But even after you've sold the item, you can still get a vero, you can still get a defect on your account, and you can still get suspended. So just because you've sold it once and got away with it, doesn't mean you should sell it again. Next up are prescription glasses. You are allowed to sell glasses as frames only on eBay. You want to make sure that if you have prescription glasses like these ones, these are definitely prescription. You just want to make sure that you list them as frames only. If you put prescription in your title or in your description, the item will be taken down and you will get suspended. Next up, we got fake designer handbags, wallets, things of the sort. You definitely want to make sure that if you're trying to sell Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, you want to make sure that it's authentic. You can get it authenticated, or just make sure that these bags and wallets have actual serial numbers and things like that. If you sell it, they will go through an authentication process anyway, so just make sure that you're picking up quality stuff. If you do want to sell designer on eBay, you totally can. You just have to make sure that everything you're selling is authentic. Even if you're selling authentic pieces on eBay in the beginning, you can definitely still get your account deactivated. What I recommend doing is selling a ton of $5, $15, $25, $30, $40, $80 items. Establish yourself on eBay, get a ton of feedback. Then you're going to be a lot more trusted by the platform later on, selling more higher end things. A lot of people tell me, "Oh my gosh, I put a real Gucci bag that I bought on my trip in Italy on eBay and it was taken down." And it's usually the very first thing they've ever listed on eBay, or one of the first 100 things they've listed on eBay. You can totally list these things if they're authentic, but I would wait until you have at least 300 feedback before doing so. Next thing you're going to want to stay away from are helmets, bike helmets, motorcycle helmets, even baseball helmets. You cannot sell these used on eBay for liability reasons. If someone puts on a helmet that's used and it was already cracked and then they get in an accident and split their head open, you and eBay are viable, so they just don't let you sell helmets on eBay. You can sell new helmets, but I don't even mess around with that stuff. I just put that on Facebook Marketplace if I ever come across them. Next up, we got TENS units. They're these little handheld devices that have wires that have like sticky pads you can stick on your chest or abdomen, wherever you'd like to. And it like stimulates the muscles or sends heat. Those you don't need a prescription for, but I did list one and it was taken down. I got an email from eBay saying, "Hey, it's possible that you weren't aware that you can't sell this item, so this is just a warning, but if you do it again, we will have to suspend your account for a day. And then if I were to do it again, it would be 3, and then 7, and 30, and then see ya." So always be wary of medical equipment. I don't pick up almost any medical equipment unless I know for sure that I can list it on eBay. And most of them, you can't. Keeping up with that, there's these things called Iceberg Boxes, I guess. I'll put one on the screen here for you guys. These are for rehabbing like ACL tears, hamstring injuries. Even you can put them on your shoulder and stuff too. It just gets more circulated air and ice to your injuries. Again, this is not on a prescription. You don't need a prescription from a doctor to obtain one of these. But again, this is just one of those medical things that eBay particularly doesn't want us listing. I've had a ton of subscribers message me saying that they got the warning or the suspension for these units. Another thing that you can't sell on eBay is lawn darts. There's a specific company called Lawn Jarts. It's a vintage item. You can't sell these because they are super dangerous and pokey, pointy. If you throw them up in the air and it comes down and it punctures your eyeball or puts a hole in your arm, you or eBay is going to be liable for that. So eBay just does not allow us to post these on their platform. Hope this goes without further explanation. You can't sell used underwear on eBay. Again, I don't want to explain why you shouldn't. Don't sell it. Quick disclaimer here, don't be afraid to list items on eBay. eBay is understanding, they send out a ton of warnings. The reason why they have these policies in place is not to destroy small sellers. It's not to prevent people from making money and selling on the platform. It's to protect themselves and to protect us. A lot of these items can be dangerous items, especially, I'm not going to get into that, but a lot of people hurt themselves all the time. And you and eBay does not want to be liable for these things that happen because of items that someone bought used online. That's why a lot of these regulations are put in place. eBay is not out to get you. eBay doesn't want to suspend your account. They just want to make sure that all parties themselves, the seller and the buyer, are all having positive experiences so they come back to the platform, spend some more money, and don't sue eBay or sellers instead. List good items. You have nothing to worry about as long as you're doing everything that eBay is telling you. I'm going to do my best to keep you guys informed. There's a lot of other YouTubers that do a great job of keeping us informed, and then eBay themselves is constantly putting out literature to make sure that we understand what we can and can't do on the platform. But again, I want to reiterate for like the fourth or fifth time, eBay is not out to get you. A lot of YouTubers scare you. A lot of people online and Reddit and Facebook will make you sound like the house is on fire and that eBay is terrible and is going to try to ruin your life. eBay can bless your life if you let it. Just be a good seller.